What's going on, everyone? It's Great Scott's back here with episode 3 of the 1861 Union campaign on Grand Tacticians, the Civil War. It's an early access and beta build, and we're plugging on here. We got a very quick take of Richmond. It might be up, you can kind of see it now, but at the end of the last episode, the Army of Northeastern Virginia, I believe this is McDowell, it is, he pushed out, well, there are two CSA armies falling back. One had already been falling back from a defeat up near Manassas. Patterson looks like he's still going to go to Lynchburg, which is fine, but I think once he's there, I may order him back up. McDowell has two forces here he's looking to take on. He's got 14,000 men and almost 50 guns. The CSA forces he's up against are pretty paltry, if that intelligence is correct. This was Harney's Army of the West is moving toward the CSA's Western Army, which hasn't moved. In Arkansas, so things are going pretty well. Again, having taken the capital, we've done well. We still got to get, their national morale is at 74. We got to get it down about 49 more points, maybe 50 points to get it under 25. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance here that we could definitely do this. I would try to create West Virginia, cut Confederacy in half. This would seem to help, I mean, our national morale. It's not going to necessarily push the CSA down. Win a major land battle. I don't know why that's showing up as no. Considering we had a federal major victory at Manassas on the 24th of March. It's still, when I'm hovering over it, showing up something about the Europeans. Discourage the Europeans. Oh, we have to win a major land battle. Okay. We haven't won 3 consecutive land battles. Okay, I think we've won 2. But yeah, there's some things that we can do here to maybe facilitate a kind of downward movement in the CSA national morale. And I like the idea of going for West Virginia pretty early on. I think the cities are Wheeling, which I thought we did take. We got to take Grafton. I think the other one is Charleston, it said. And so that might be a good target for Patterson. So we'll do that. We'll get this thing fired up, see if we can get into battle. That's really what I think is going to move things forward. I didn't check the military balance. I mean, the men fielded is incredibly high. I think it might actually be double. Might have done that thing from the CSA campaign where they're doubling the reporting. That would make a lot of sense, and I'm still not sure where the CSA, even if I was right, and the CSA has 35,000 troops, so it looks like, so we have a battle here. Perfect. Oops, I missed a perk. I clicked too soon, but I saw that McClellan had somehow just gotten a perk, which might have helped in the battle, but we'll try to do our best without it. But yeah, unless intelligence was way off, this should be something of a cakewalk battle. Famous last words. But that might also give us our third land victory, or third land battle victory in a row, and that might give us that bonus. Yeah, so if it's 1,000 guys and no artillery, that's what we're up against. All McClellan jokes aside, that should be very doable. Alright, so we see that the CSA is over here, kind of in the east-southeast. My guess is with their forces, they're not going to be moving to attack. I know most of the victory points are kind of here in the center, but I think at this point I think I'll try to press on the more direct route. Oops, let's not spin around. Alright, so we'll get this set up and then we'll get into it and we'll see how this plays out. Alright, we are all set up and ready to go. All I've done so far is send out the skirmishing force, which is going to go ahead of the main force. It took me a while. I'm having a lot of problems getting, I guess it's specifically cavalry units to detach, but it took me probably 5 attempts to finally get Woods's cavalry to detach. Just kind of annoying. What I found is that I had to keep up this box. I don't know if I had to do it, but I turned off allowing initiative, and I had to watch until the order was completed and McClellan stopped sending it to him, and then I could close it out and he would be detached. But that's, I don't know, not quite as smooth as some of the other operations. But I'm guessing we're probably up against just a single regiment if it's only 1,000. Did he reattach Wood? I can't tell if he reattached Wood. Anyways, we'll move these folks up. And we'll up the speed. Well, Wood seems to still be operating independently. That's good. And at 10 times speed on the march, things do move pretty quickly, especially for the skirmishers and cav. Okay, so I think most of these guys are approaching their point. I don't see any other stars turning red, which leads me to believe they haven't made it this far to the west. They might be hanging back near the edge of the map. Let's see. Oops. Jeez. Still not seeing him. Am I missing something here on the map? I don't see any other entry points for him. Send Milroy down. Send Laval down. Send them way over there. Make sure we capture that. Wood. Knight's fallen. Deployment. That's fine. I don't know where to send Wood. Milroy. So they've been found. They is pretty much just this one regiment, and there's some command there. Man. Not sure what's going on now, but Yeah, we're sending our skirmishers over to deal with them. The cav. It's interesting that when I clicked the this little circle thing, the sight on the unit, and only the cav knew to continue to follow them. When I did with the skirmishers, they just went to the place where he was when they first saw him. He was over here, kind of where I think it's DuPont is now, and they would go there and stop, but they wouldn't know to follow. But the cav did, so that was nice. The main force is still way back here. I figure rather than stopping them and starting them, I'm just gonna continue on here. Once they reach their destination, I'll move them again. I'm not sure where that for. Oh, there, they just reappeared. All right. That's good. Get those guys going. Davidson's done pretty well, not taking any casualties. At least none that I can see. They were the ones that have been engaged for quite a while now. Virginia Brigade, they've taken some casualties from the skirmishing. Wood is coming in. That's going to be a big old cavalry regiment. Now they've disappeared. Huh. Oh, now they've reappeared. We'll try to get at least 3-part surround on them. Where is that forlorn cavalry? There they are. When they get close, we'll dismount them. No sense in taking casualties we don't need to take. Sure why these skirmishers aren't pursuing. I don't know. I've run into something. I don't know if it's a setting I have stuff on or if it's just the way the game works, where sometimes skirmishers will only move till they're just barely in contact. And the problem is if you have skirmishers chasing an army, they may get in contact for one volley, but because the army is running away from them, they then have to spend a good deal of time moving to catch up. See, the first cav's already lost 13. This is kind of the thing I was trying to avoid. I suspect with those carbines, once they actually get into the fight, they're going to make pretty quick work of what's left of the Virginia Brigade, who's already in a pretty bad way before we got here. Whoa, I'm not sure why they're moving up. I don't even do that. Impressively, their casualties seem to have gone down. They had 100 before, and at last check they had 70. So I'm not sure what that's about. We'll just check and see on here if the numbers are right. So yeah, it's only 600 for the CSA. They're reporting about 30% casualties already. Uh-oh. Stable frequently doesn't mean stable, so we gotta pull those guys back. Even dismounted, I'm surprised they did that bad against a unit that had been pretty beaten up. Oh, and I guess we're not gonna move back. I really wish these skirmishers would stay in contact. Be a big help. Alright, well, we got the win. Probably took a few more casualties than we had to. That happens. That seems like a pretty big morale drop for losing 350 casualties, a half a point. I don't know, maybe. Right. Retreating in panic. Alright. So now we can get McClellan stuff. I'm wondering if this time yeah, I like that one. I think. Not sure why this army is now marching back to Grafton. Not sure what that's about. We'll figure it out. Alright, we'll get the music playing again. It is a long march. I even know this is plain to say with the Western Army, it took a long time to get up to St. Louis, and now we're kind of going the opposite direction. But we'll do what we can. Kind of want McClellan to just move through those armies a little faster here. Looks like McDowell has stopped here. I wonder if we picked up Fredericksburg. We have Williamsburg has been ours. That's good. We'll move down and we'll take Petersburg. I don't know, maybe Norfolk, but it's going to be the question of whether I can avoid some battles I'd like to avoid. The fort battles, specifically. Hey, Patterson's moving. The Army of the Shenandoah. Let's see if that's a retreating army. It is. That little pulsing red, I believe, means they're retreating, so. Alright. Now, I thought the devs said that no longer retreating armies would be able to take cities, but maybe if they land there, it doesn't count. That was probably a foolish move. But if there is this rail line that kind of runs, or can get me most of the way from Grafton to Winchester, I'll come back, because I have a feeling that the Army of the Shenandoah is going to take Grafton once McDowell leaves, even though they were previously falling away in the face of that attack. Alright, so McDowell has taken Petersburg. I think I'm more inclined to go for Lynchburg, and I may start building forts as I did in the CSA campaign. It does not make for the most riveting of video, that's fine, but it is something I think needs to be done when you're operating in the other side's territory. It just seems too easy for those cities and towns, crossroads and all the rest, to revert back to control by the other side, so that's something I'll probably do. Doesn't seem like we've lost back most of the stuff in Northern Virginia. It's kind of weird when the icons for the cities obscure the armies. Alright. the rest of Haney's army is going to show. It's getting closer. These are the ones that I recruited from Colorado and New Mexico territories, and they've been very late in arriving. How things are doing in the policy world. I haven't looked in a while. Interest rate is not great. It's gone over 9%. We can increase transportation subsidies, industry, and all the rest. I'd say it's worth the debt. I think some of the policies that we're going to get we'll be able to get some money. We already have the tariff act in place. Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily want to impose the blockade yet. Something I could do, but it doesn't seem necessary. Out of 6, so we can certainly pay for more if we want them. I may see what I can do in the policy world with all my policies open. So I can't get breadbasket, I can't get industrialization 3. Actually, I'm not sure if that's actually going to be true. It may be that bug where you still need to click on something. I'll click on it and see if it changes. It does! Well, in that case, I'm definitely inclined to go with breadbasket and industrialization. Military 2. I guess I don't have core yet. I thought I did for some reason, but evidently not. That's a policy I usually take. I'm not sure that I need it though. I feel like in a lot of the armies I can already cram a bunch of guys in those forces, and the CSA's forces are so paltry that I don't think I need to do that. So, what is this? This would give us 8, so I think we need to bring it down to 3, and then we should be good. We should be good at 8. Alright. Well, I think it's a little bit of a dull spot while we're chasing around some armies, trying to do some policy things in the background. So I don't see an impending battle. Be nice if we got one, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we may cut this episode here, and maybe we'll get some of the background stuff done, and then we'll come back with episode 4.